This video gonna be about a rare feat that only 6 artists have ever done in music. Artists with a #1 album, #1 song, and a #1 box office movie. The artists to accomplish that were, as of late, Bad Bunny, Harry Styles, Eminem, Jennifer Lopez, Beyonce, and Prince. Prince did it back in '84. Purple Rain the movie, When Doves Cry the song, and the Purple Rain soundtrack. An incredible feat. And you figure out how rare that is when you think about, wow, only a handful have done it, because it tells you that while a lot of artists have had soundtracks and what have you, when you truly saying it's your year for it to all tie together, but that doesn't usually end up being the case. But it's not that common for artists to have a #1 soundtrack, a #1 song, and a #1 movie out at the same time. That's like almost like the equivalent of the NFL with 2,000 yards. Even though more have come along, it's still a rare feat. It's just not something that happens a lot. Now, Prince's was most impressive of it because he, um, with his run, well, along with the Revolution, his run at the time, this was his what you call his second. It was his 1999 had predated that, but this was his biggest, prime and peak. Different era, different set of rules. And when you look at the other artists involved, the only other artist that you could say that was in a prime and a peak when they were doing it at that juncture, you could say was Eminem, because that's when at the height of his popularity, if you want to go that route. Beyonce had it in 2006. Jennifer Lopez was big, but it's kind of like one of them situations that when we talk about artists that are doing this, we're talking about artists that we consider dominant. Jennifer Lopez is not considered a dominant artist. She's an all-around entertainer, but I wouldn't say an all-around an artist that you sit there and go, whoa, that she was, making you think of Barbra Streisand, who did come up with a lot of albums and soundtracks, did not have this bestowed upon her. It's real rare. It's real rare. And it doesn't happen that often. Because when you look at this list, it's more so in the more modern era. I mean, Bad Bunny, Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, um, Harry Styles, Eminem, those were all in the 2000s. And those artists, Beyonce came out 30 years ago, if you include the Destiny's Child era. And if you go by her solo career, she's about 25 years into a solo career. Eminem pushing about 30 years deep into his career. If you think about it, Harry Styles the last 15 or so, and Bad Bunny the last 15, 20 years. So they're most of the time it's in a fairly, so that's what makes Prince's situation very unique and rare, if you will, to what this accomplishment. It's a really rare feat, and again, there are still feats that, believe it or not, even with the manipulation of numbers and so on and so forth, there's still rare categories where people who have had, dare I say, dominance or what have you, this is something that is very rare. So it's quite the feat, to say the least. It definitely is something unique. But anyway, tell me what you think. Think about it. Only 6 artists with a #1 album, #1 song, and a movie out at the same time at the box office. That's real rare. And these are the kind of feats that you just don't hear about every day. But anyway, please tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments. And I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Hit that membership, because when you do, I tend to get into more specialized kind of videos when I get requests, and I like to go into different territories. So by all means, feel free. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share the video if you like. Stay safe. Stay blessed. Stay woke. Stay true. Stay free. I'm out one time. Peace.